Captain Jean-Luc Picard has beamed his way into the secret sanctuary. Engage. Did I do that right? Hey guys, welcome back to the Sanctuary. Sometime last year, I think it was early last year, when the first photos emerged of Picard from Darkside Collectibles, I made a comment on Rogues Gallery Live that I didn't think the likeness was quite as good as their Spock, their Captain Spock, which is one of my favorite pieces in my collection. Still love it as much as the day I got it. But I was unsure about Picard. And a representative from Darkside contacted me and said, "We have so much confidence that you're going to love Picard and you're going to think the likeness is just as good as Spock. We're going to send you one." So thank you very much for Darkside Collectibles for providing this for review. I'm very excited to show it to you. Let's take a look. So some of you know I'm a pretty big Star Trek fan. My older brother Mark got me watching classic Trek back when I was probably 4 years old, watching reruns. And I think Kirk, Spock, and McCoy probably shaped my moral fiber, my idea of what's right and wrong in the world, as much as my parents maybe. I mean, huge influence on me as a kid. And so when Next Generation came along, I was hooked. And I really came to appreciate the differences between Kirk and Picard. And I think I like Picard just as much as Kirk now. It's kind of surprising, but I do. So this is a 1/3 scale piece from Darkside Collectibles. This is the second in their Star Trek series. They already put out Spock. And Captain Kirk comes out sometime this year, maybe in 3 or 4 months. And of course, the most important part of this piece, and any piece really, is the portrait. And I think it's pretty spot on. What impresses me about Darkside and these Star Trek pieces is the amount of detail they put into the skin texture. And just, you know, the age spots. The vein work, there's a pretty prominent vein on this side of his face. I mean, it's really impressive. Try to get in on the eyes a little bit. I mean, there's no question that's Patrick Stewart, and there's no question that that's a very good likeness of Jean-Luc Picard. The piece is just shy of 26 inches. The base is 2 inches tall, so the figure is just shy of 24 inches. I'll give you a view of the back. I guess there's no danger of any breakages in the hair on this one. Look at the detail on the ear. Really nice expression. That's just an expression that we saw often in that series from him. Prominent nose. There's a good view of the skin texture. Look at his neck. The lips look good. Look at the worry lines in his forehead. Just very realistic. That's what really impressed me about Spock. I really feel like I have a miniature Spock in the Sanctuary. To me, it's extremely lifelike. I really love it. And I'm really going to enjoy having Picard displayed next to him. And man, I can't wait for Kirk. Kirk's going to be awesome. Then we've got the costume, holding his phase rifle, or phaser rifle, I guess. There's the base. Captain Picard. This is a matching base to Spock, and I'm sure Kirk will have the same. Phase rifle's pretty cool the way they did it. Just got a handle in each hand, and then just a magnetic fit to put on the rest of the rifle. Works really well. Get close up on the hands. Paintwork looks really good, looks really clean. There are 3 sets of arms, so lots of options here. And this piece is still available. You can get it at Sideshow. You can also get it at the Darkside website. And it's cheaper on the Darkside website, even if you factor in shipping, or at least to the West Coast. You can check what the shipping cost would be wherever you're located. For me, even with shipping, the cost was less than the Sideshow price without shipping. So you do save some money going straight from Darkside, I believe. But if you've got points or something at Sideshow, that's always a good option. Look at that. That just looks awesome. All right, let's switch up the arms. Okay, in this configuration, he's got his left arm down by his side. And then his right hand is up in that engage pose, meaning engage the warp drive. Lots of detail on that hand. It's hard to get that into focus. Very cool. All right, one more configuration. And here he is with his trademark Earl Grey tea. And I think I might go with this configuration. I don't know, his expression kind of seems to go along with it. I can picture him in his ready room talking to Riker or Data with his Earl Grey. It kind of fits, I think. Very cool. I do like that portrait, I have to admit. I didn't really show you his pants and shoes, so let's do that. Some nice texturing there on the pants. And then some very shiny shoes. Looks really good. You could almost imagine that's fabric, but it's not. This is a fully sculpted piece. And just to give you another look at the paint, I think they did a really good job. The magnets on the arms, all 6 of them, are nice and strong, so no worries there. I don't know if they'll be doing any more pieces in this line. I think a classic Trek McCoy would be awesome. I think a classic Trek Spock would be great. I love the Star Trek II Wrath of Khan Spock, but a classic Spock I would also buy. I think that'd be really neat. And then a next generation Data. I think Data would look amazing as a 1/3 scale piece next to this Picard. Gosh, it's almost essential. Darkside, if you're listening, we need a Commander Data. We absolutely need it. I think it'd be really, really cool. Now, I bet you guys would like to see Picard next to Spock, so let's do that. All right, here they are, standing in Picard's ready room, having a little chat. Give you another look at Spock. So tell me what you guys think. Does Picard measure up to Spock? Or do you prefer one over the other? What do you think? I really like the eyebrows. They did a good job on the eyebrows and the eyes. The shape of the lips just looks right on. The slightly, like I said, prominent nose. That's just, that's Picard. And they didn't, make him look pretty. Where he had age spots, they gave him age spots. There's that vein I was mentioning earlier at his temple, right there. Anyway, I'm very happy to have both of these guys displayed next to each other. And I just can't wait for Kirk. Kirk is from the classic series, just with a phaser lifted up. And I really like it a lot. I can't wait to get all three of them together. And hopefully more. Darkside, we need Commander Data. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. All right, let's take a look at the art box. It's got a good image of the Make It So pose on the front. The Next Generation, Star Trek, Sir Patrick Stewart as Captain Picard, premium 1/3 scale statue. It just says Star Trek and Picard on the side. And then a good write-up about the statue on the back with another photo, this time with his Earl Grey tea. Darkside Collectibles Studio in close collaboration with CBS Studios and Sir Patrick Stewart. So that's cool. Apparently, Patrick Stewart had some involvement here. This is number 33 of 150. Yes, I read that right. There's only 150 of these, which is shocking to me. And it's still available. Sideshow has it, or you can buy it directly from Darkside. Darkside has a better price by almost 10%. Even if you add on the shipping from Darkside, which is in Greece, it's going to be less than the $14.99 asking price from Sideshow. So I recommend going straight to Darkside, but if you've got points at Sideshow or something like that, definitely go for that. I'm going to put links in the description of this video for both, from Sideshow and from Darkside. 150, that's crazy. One small nitpick with this piece, I did have trouble seating the figure of Picard onto the base. Spock only has one peg on one foot, so that goes in and he's very stable, it's no problem. Darkside decided to do a peg on both feet for Picard. So when I tried to seat them in, the right foot was off maybe 1/8 of an inch from the hole. So I just did the classic hairdryer trick. Take a hairdryer, put it on high, and aim it at that foot. Actually, I aimed it at both feet for 5 minutes. That's all I did. And the polystone becomes just pliable enough that it was able to seat it very easily. So don't let that dissuade you if you're interested in the statue. If you do have the same problem, use the hairdryer. Totally works. Collectors use it on pieces all the time. It's no big deal. Otherwise, I'm really happy with the piece. I think it's fantastic. I would highly recommend it. If you have Spock in your collection, I've talked to a lot of collectors who do have Spock, I wouldn't hesitate to get Picard. He's a really, really awesome statue, and I'm really thrilled. I think he's cool. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on Facebook. I'll see you on Statue Forum, and convention season's coming up. I'm going to be at a convention this weekend on Sunday called California Comic-Con. That one's exclusively comics, no statues at that one. And then I'll be at WonderCon. That is the very beginning of April, I think. I'm going to be at Monster Palooza at the beginning of June. And there's a lot of statues at Monster Palooza. Queen Studios is going to be setting up. I think Tweeterhead's going to be there. I don't know about PCS yet. They were there last year. They showed off Days of Thor's there last year, but I'm not sure about this year. And then, of course, San Diego in July. It's going to be great. I love convention season. It's super fun. That's it, guys. Have a great night. Take care.